regarding this session. I enjoyed a lot, and what to say, no words. That's
Awesome.
all. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you for joining and keep attending.
Thank you.
Mr. Guna, good morning.
Good morning, everyone on board. Hi.
Yeah,
No,
I
sir,
think we
good
can
morning.
get started. Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Essay, you can start.
Yes, sir. Yes. Am I audible? Is it clear?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning, my dear fellow Toastmasters, dear guests, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning.
My name is Selvaraj, and I will be the Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. I welcome you all to the 129th meeting of Ambattur Toastmasters Club. Before starting the meeting, I would like to mention 3 ground rules which we follow in our Toastmasters meeting. Number 1, please turn off your mobile phones or put them on silent mode. As Toastmasters, we don't talk about sex, religion, and politics, so please refrain from discussing these topics. Please do not cross talk. Everybody in their life has a vision to achieve their goals. Likewise, our Toastmasters Club also has a vision. The vision of our Toastmasters Club is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which every member has the opportunity to develop communication and leadership skills, which in turn fosters self-confidence and personal growth. Now, I congratulate our newly elected president and presiding officer, Mr. Anjaneya Sastry. We used to call as ASK. Do you know what is the meaning of perseverance? Vidamuyakshi. I can say one more meaning also, Anjaneya Sastry. Yes, born and brought up from a small village of Andhra Pradesh. Studied in a Telugu medium school. Now he has become a Shakespeare of our club, who is working in a Standard Chartered Bank. Initially, he also was having that stage fear, nervousness, everything. But now he has become a president of our Ambattur Achievers Toastmasters Club, means without planning and perseverance, it's not possible. Am I right? You can give big applause.
Thank you.
With this, I announce this meeting as open and hand over the session to our presiding officer. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Presiding officer.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Selvaraj, Toastmaster Selvaraj. Really, my morning is Sunday morning is worth attending because I am able to get such a kind words from a senior person like Mr. Selvaraj. Thank you so much. It's my privilege to welcome you all to this 129th meeting as a president of my first session as a president. First of all, I should thank each one of you for electing me as president and giving me an opportunity to serve you all. Number 2, I would like to thank the founders, people like who is very much here, Toastmaster Periyanna, DTM Ramanujam, and then many, I do not know, there are, Vivek also is a founder member. I don't know who are the founder members. They can raise their hand. Any other founder members? Okay, awesome. And past presidents like Toastmaster Periyanna, and then Murugesh, Toastmaster Tamilarasi, Toastmaster Dharma. These guys are all, we are standing on their shoulders. It is not, these people are helping us with their experience and the wisdom, and definitely this will help us to take it forward. Next, we have guests Evangeline and Shruti. She's not our guest. Shruti, can you just introduce yourself?
Hi, and a very good morning to everyone present here. Okay, I don't deem myself to be a guest, but it is very good to be back. I am actually a member of Chennai Wordsmiths Toastmasters Club, but today I'll also be taking a role and playing the role of a TT Master in today's meeting. I am quite excited because every day our club, Ambattur Achievers Toastmasters Club, is showing great improvement. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to having great fun.
Thank you so much. Next, I would like to start with thanking my own team, executive committee. Number one, Selvaraj, Toastmaster Selvaraj, Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Sunita as the treasurer, and then Shankar as club secretary, Balaji NA as VP public relations, and then Vinayagamurthy VP membership, and Toastmaster Guna as VP education. And I'm sure you will get help from us, and we will also equally take your help. So next, my dear friends, today if you see, Indians are playing a greater role in global arena. Okay, I will tell you one example. One person like you know a person, an Indian is called a king of Microsoft, and is also a jewel in the crown of modern India. You know who is that? Any guess?
Nadella.
Yes, thank you so much,
Satya
Satya
Nadella.
Nadella. You know,
Nadella.
yes,
Yes.
yes. In year 2014, Microsoft released Windows 2008, and it was a disaster. And the company was competing with the Google in search engine space. It was going only south. And it was the many of the employees internally constantly they were battling behind the scenes for supremacy, and at the same time consumers were losing the faith. Needless to say, the company was moribund, which means it was going to death. At that time, Bill Gates brought Nadella as chief executive officer, who transformed the culture of Microsoft. And in 2014, the market capitalization of Microsoft was 400 billion US dollars. And today in 2021, it is 5 times more, 2 trillion US dollars, which is almost 2/3 of the entire stock market of India. And this transformation happened only because of Satya Nadella. This is not, I'm not saying this. The board of Microsoft told this clearly, articulated in the filings which they have done for Security and Exchange Commission. So why I'm talking about Satya Nadella is, see, Nadella's, he always wanted that the continuous learning is what is important. It is not just knowing it all is enough. You have to learn it all. If you see the badge of any Microsoft employee, you will find know it all to learn it all. Knowing is acquaintance. You may not be able to use. Why my? Oh, I'm sorry. I think my I don't know. Inadvertently, I switched off my video. Uh, oh, thank you. So he said, knowing itself is not sufficient. You guys have to learn it all. And he purchases so many books which he cannot read, he cannot complete. And he subscribed to so many online courses which he cannot complete. And what he does, every month he releases some of his best books. Whatever he has read and whatever he has studied, he keeps on sharing with people. So why I'm saying this here is, each one of you present here are acting like Satya Nadella. In this Sunday morning, we have come here leaving family and other work and other activities behind, and we are here to learn. They say that if you don't learn new things, you will not be able to do or innovate any useful things, right? So that's the main reason we are all here. Okay, so next we'll get on to the business. Now, Pandavas were the people who won the Kurukshetra and who won the battle. But behind them, there's one key person who is all pulling the strings and then driving the chariot at right time, applying the right brakes so that Arjuna will not be hurt, right? So we would like to introduce our guru, our charioteer, and our guidance provider, Toastmaster Guna, who is going to be our Toastmaster of the day. Please give a big round of applause and welcome Toastmaster Guna. Thank you, sir. You're on mute.
Thank you so much. And I'm speechless. You know who put me on mute? Your introduction only put me on mute. And what a start for this meeting. 129. What a start with that Satya Nadella's story. And what kind of a feeling every Indian gets onto the moment you talk about such great leaders. Thanks once again, President, for that start with a bang. And I'm sure it's going to be bang, bang, and banging and banging and banging for the next 24 meetings. With such positive vibe and positive message, you start a meeting, and that will set the trend. Already, we have all this great three founders on the bridge today, Toastmaster Periyana, Toastmaster Ramanujam, and Toastmaster Vivek. And you know what they did? They not only founded the club, they also found all of us to follow them. Isn't it? We are also founders, but founders by those three who are present, and we have few more leaders who are not present today, who gave a real shape to this club. The theme of the day, I'm sure many of you must have raised your eyebrows. What is this? Trampoline, what is this? And all that. Trampoline, I found this equipment, a metal structure with a rubberized top with springs all around, almost in every backyard, almost, believe me, 99% of the villas in US, every backyard has one. The minimum is about 3 meters dia, and it goes up to 10 meters dia for the adults to go jump, go up and down. I was watching my grandchildren doing that, whenever I go to their house. And then I came to know of something great. You know what? We all have ups and downs in life. But trampoline is one equipment, one sports equipment where you jump, you go up with a very clear understanding that you're going to come down. Isn't it? You know pretty well, the child or my daughter, my son-in-law, or anybody, even the adults know pretty well that I'm going up and definitely I'll come down. This is the truth of life, but many of us tend to forget it, tend to ignore it, and then, feel very bad when you come down. And then one more thing, what I found in a trampoline, believe me, this is, you try it out, you make an effort, kick the rubber sheet, go up, and then you know that you're going to come down. When you come down, hit the rubber sheet, believe me, the magic happens. The next going up is always higher than the first jump. This is wonderful, and without any effort. You know what is the only effort you need once you start going up and down? An effort to stop yourself from jumping. That's a different kind of landing you do. You don't jump because you feel enough, or you feel letting that place to somebody or whatever. So in life, though it is by default that every going up or every high will have to meet a low, we tend to forget it and then we feel very bad. Trampoline, look at a trampoline in action with kids. You will definitely know, wow, that's very simple. The cycle is that anything that goes up has to come down. But then normally they say falling is not a big deal, but then when you forget to get up, that's a big deal. I'm talking about not just getting up, jumping, scaling heights naturally. And for that, I think trampoline is one of the best examples. I've been breaking my head whether at all should I put it as a theme. All right, it's put, and now we'll get to know more about trampolines a little later. Without much ado, something wonderful happened to our club 3 years back. Normally, when people tend to leave the club, okay, I've been in Toastmasters for 15 years, 20 years, 10 years, 11 years, I've accomplished whatever I wanted to accomplish. I've been a mentor, I've been this, that. So it's time that we leave. There's a lot of people who had that idea being formed in their mind were shocked to see a gentleman walking in. And that turned the tables. That turned the basic truth of retiring from somebody for having achieved. And this gentleman has been achieving goals after goals after goals because he was setting the standards higher, and the highest, I don't know when. Recently, in one of the interviews, he said, sir, till the last day of my lifetime on this surface called Earth, I want to be active, I want to be learning, and I want to be an example. Toastmasters, friends, guests, ladies and gentlemen, he is our general evaluator today. Toastmaster Jnanam. Toastmaster Jnanam, are you ready to take
Yes,
up
sir.
your role?
Yes, sir.
Please, I request the general evaluator of the day to come in and to introduce his team of warriors. Over to the general evaluator.
Awesome.
இடிப்பாறை இல்லாத ஏமரா மன்னன் கெடுப்பாறை இல்லாத கெடும் இது திருக்குறள். Who was the king with none is sense of them a benefit, the safeguard, although none is work. So shall you ruin the fall? Suppose so. The careless king who now refers ruining himself was herself focus. So சுடர் விளக்காயிலும் தூண்டுவோர் ஒன்று வேண்டும். So it is the first job. As like as others know, it's the first day. I'm acting as a general evaluator. It is time to evaluate me as a evaluator. Okay, it is a double dual role. You evaluate me, and I am evaluate to you. So, gentlemen, greeting, fellow Toastmasters and friends and guests. The purpose of general evaluator to evaluate everything. As like as that trampoline, Mr. Guda says, no, how much I am criticized one, the same level I appreciate your job. So I am also playing in trampoline as like as Guda says. Okay, so I am happy to introduce my team. Timer, Mr. T.M. Shankar. You please introduce yourself and explain your role, Mr. Shankar. Call upon Mr. Shankar.
Thank you, T.M. Jnanam, sir. Good morning, Toastmasters and guests. As a timer, I'm responsible for keeping track of time usage for all the speakers. At the lower time limit, I'll show the green light. At the intermediate time limit, I'll show the yellow light. At the upper time limit, I'll show the red light. All the speakers has 30 seconds grace period to wrap up their speech. When the grace period is exceeded, the speaker will be disqualified for voting. At the end of the meeting, when called upon by general evaluator, I shall produce my report. Thank you. Over to G.
Thank you, Mr. Shankar. I hope you properly and on the light you have. And the counter, Mr. T.M. Selvaraj. T.M. Selvaraj never speak without double or poem or lyrics.
No, I will say.
Okay, thank you.
தெய்வத்தால் ஆகாதெனினும் முயற்சி தன் மெய்வருத்த I can say one more meaning of perseverance. Our Ambattur Achievers Toastmasters Club. Without perseverance, it's impossible to join in this virtual meeting. எங்கெங்கோ இருக்கும் நம் எல்லோரையும் இங்கே ஒன்றாக இணைய வைத்து நம்மை உயர வைத்து அழகு பார்த்து கொண்டிருக்கும் இடம் நமது அம்பத்தூர் அச்சீவர்ஸ் டோஸ்ட் மாஸ்டர்ஸ் என்று சொன்னால் அது மிகையாகாது. Once again, good morning, my dear fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am doing Hawk Counter role today. The purpose of Hawk Counter is to note words and sounds that are used as a crutch or pause filler by anyone speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words including and, will, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for pause filler words including or, and her. I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or phrase such as I, or this means. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. Thank you. Over to my dear General Evaluator, Sir. Nyanam, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Sultan, sir.
Thank you,
sir. And I would like to introduce my grammarian, team Toastmasters Senthil Kumar. You please explain role and limitation, sir. You please come, Mr. Sultan.
Good morning.
Senthil Kumar.
Yeah, good morning, fellow Toastmasters. I will be playing the role of grammarian today, and as a grammarian, I would like to introduce the word of the day, but I think the word has been already introduced and spoken many times in our meeting today, because the theme that we selected and the word of the day that we selected, I think, goes very handy. When this team was introduced by our TMOD, I was just looking at what are the options or what are the possible words that we can pick up for the as word of the day. Many words I thought about, and then finally I landed upon this word perseverance, which I think very, very apt to this theme. So it like TMOD mentioned in a trampoline, how we compared the function of a trampoline to the life of a person, wherein in a life a person tends to go up and he tends to come down, but next time when he comes down, next time when he goes up, he goes up in a very much higher levels. So that is something indicates the efforts, the strength of a person to climb up. So this word very nicely connects to the theme perseverance. Perseverance is a noun, which means, I think most of us by now we have learned to this word. It's a continued effort to do or achieve something despite difficulties, failure, or opposition. It originates from the Latin word persistere. It means continue with strength. So there are some quotes on perseverance also. I would like to mention those quotes. Perseverance is failing 19 times and succeeding the 20th. I think this quote will help us to understand very clearly what perseverance means. And we can also, there are many quotes I could see on the web. Everyone can able to see that. So it also there are some good verbs, good quotes I picked up. Perseverance is the only road to success. And how do we use it? I think already it has been used many times today. Just for giving some examples, I would like to mention some usages. So it took planning and perseverance to be successful in achieving my goals. So that's the one way where we can use the word perseverance. We can also use not necessarily perseverance has to be used. Maybe we can also use one or she or he persevered in her studies and graduated near the top of her class or his class. So these are the the sentences we can use the word perseverance. So that's the word of the day. And as a grammarian, I would look for good and not so good usages of the English language today at our meeting. And I will also make a note of speakers who use this word of the day and theme of the day. And then when called upon by the general evaluator, I will present my report. Thank you, everyone.
Sir, team idiom master is the idiom models. Shall I hand over session to TM Modi, sir?
Yeah, you can. Yes, you can. Thank you. So have you handed over it to the TMOD already?
Yes, yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
Thank you so
yes,
much.
sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
That was definitely a shot in the arm. Our general evaluator, the way he introduced his teammates, great. Thank you very much, the entire team. It's time now to meet the idiom master of this day. Let me have the privilege of requesting Toastmaster Balaji Nath to come on to the stage to give us the idiom of the day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Go ahead, Toastmaster Balaji.
Sir, you can able to view my screen, sir?
Yeah.
Is right? Okay, sir. Yeah. Happy morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Today, a new idiom that maybe many of you not heard of. On the other hand, it is so easy to use these words, making a sentence on our routines. The first idiom is a walk in the park. The meaning of this, something that is very easy to do, a task that is easy or effortless to accomplish. A few examples. My friend has been participating in marathon for several years. It has become a walk in the park for him. Decoding balance sheet is a walk in the park for the chartered accountants. Winning Grand Slam tennis tournament has been a walk in the park for Roger Federer. The another idiom is get one's foot in the door. The meaning is a chance to do something that could lead to future opportunities. A few examples are, if you want to overcome the fear of public speaking, get your foot in the door by joining Toastmasters. James got his foot in the door by choosing the work part-time so that he can save money for your higher studies. The vaccination drive is aimed at placing one's foot in the door to control COVID-19 spread, and therefore the eligible people should go for it. Thank you. Over to TMOD.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
President, you are right, quite correct. Awesome presentation by Toastmaster Balaji Nath. Both the applications are not very common. Beautifully done. Thank you so much. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are now at the crossroads to enter the most important session of the day. When you say an education session, nothing like listening to the project speakers who have been working on a particular subject or a message or whatever, read or prepare a message of 1,000 words, 2,000 words, bring it down, make it a decoction out of a coffee filter, and the best decoction is brought on the bridge today to be delivered to us in 7 minutes. Don't you think that this is the cream of the Toastmasters processes, isn't it? All right. Now we have these 3 committed speakers getting ready to make it a day for us. And you know who are those 3. But before I could get into the project speeches today, I have a few things to be noted. Today, our originally assigned table topics master Anand Kumar, on an emergency traveling to Bangalore, could not make it. He informed me in the morning at around 8:30 and 8:45. Believe me, it was Toastmaster Shruti from Wordsmith who leaned forward to give us her helping hand. And then she had already seen the agenda copy, and then she says, I know the topic, I know the theme, and I know what is to be done. It's about 6 to 7 or 8 Toastmasters will be tried out. But the best part of TT session today, I will seek volunteers. So get ready to know what you can comment about that particular topic, which was handled by a Toastmaster or a non-role player or a guest or whatever. And then probably you can get a slot for a minute to talk about how good it was, how it could have been better or whatever. So this time it was our president's idea to have a session of this kind, evaluating the table topic speakers. Are we all ready? All right. The first speaker of the day, believe me, it is not a custom, it is not a, what do you call, a kind of a flow, I'm sorry. Project speakers, the prepared speakers are forming the backbone of every meeting. If somebody says, sir, I'm ready, they are busy preparing, and then they send us the topic, send us the title, send us the speech details as per the TMI regulations. Every step is a serious step. And then they work towards delivering that 700 to 750 words in such a way that there is a take home for us. And how is the take home given to you? On a platter, a piece of a cake. You need not do anything. All you have to do is take it, put it in the mouth and swallow, right? That kind of a prepared speakers are the backbones of every Toastmasters meeting. And this has been a time-tested method of spreading communication and leadership things, isn't it? Today, our first speaker is again our first citizen of Ambattur Toastmasters, the founder himself. And you know how seriously he takes every project very, very seriously. And before I could call the first speaker, our own Toastmaster Piriyana, it's my pleasure to call his evaluator Toastmaster, Anjaneya Sastri, ASK. Please go ahead, the evaluator for the first speaker, Toastmaster Anjaneya.
Thank you so much, TMOD Toastmaster Guna. Toastmaster Piriyana is delivering his speech on the path team collaboration, and the project is the second project and speech one. The title is Social Difference. The purpose is like this. The purpose of this project is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to a second speech. The purpose of the speech for this member to demonstrate that he has applied the feedback received from his first speech. Yeah, this is the first speech only. So he has to deliver speech on any topic. And the timer, please note the timing is 5 to 7 minutes. Over to you, TMOD.
Thank you, evaluator. Toastmaster Piriyana, the floor is yours.
How many of you are eligible bachelors here, looking for your life partner? Would you just go ahead and pick someone that is just your opposite sex, or you will look for the backgrounds? Are they financially viable, well educated, looking good, and moreover, is he a good girl or good boy? We do all these checks. But in European culture, even a CEO gets a partner who is a janitor. and the auditor gets a partner who is a watchman. This is possible in their culture, but back down in India, our culture is so different. We check the status. If she is to my level, even if you get hooked by someone who is so attractive, you have willingness to go with her, but still your back of the mind tells you, hey, check what she is doing. If she is to my level, she is anyway to my level. All these checks we do. Some time ago, I was working as a project manager, and I was vexed several times that I decided I should get out of this job and at least I become a driver, personal driver to my wife. They say that what you think you become, and it happened, and I am successful driver for 5 years now. Thanks God, my duty stops every day by 2 p.m. in the afternoon, so I can spend 2 to 10 working for my own, making some money, because the driver job is unpaid job. I used to wait under a tree, passing time for my wife to come back every day for about 3 to 4 hours. There was this passes by the seller, old lady. She came and was selling mangoes to me. And I told her, this mango has so many dots in it, I don't want it, I told her. And she said, Madam usually picks these kind of mangoes, so you should also pick. I was thinking, I am doing business with you, why you are talking about madam? Another lady came. I suppose she lives nearby in the next street. She approached me and told me she has mangoes from her own tree. I just told her, I just bought the mangoes from another lady, so I don't need it. She told me, tell madam, my mangoes are naturally ripened. I was puzzled. Why she is talking about madam? Why I am doing business with her. Another lady who is passes by usually attractive and attracts opposite sex attracts, right? After looking just eyesights for several days, one day she spoke to me, and the first words she uttered, I was thinking she will ask what I am doing, so what I need, what is my name and all. But she directly asked, is madam working only here or she has any clinic after working here in the afternoon? This is the first question she asked. Totally, I was stricken down. Then I was actually doing this job of a driver with love, care, and involvement, passion. It was so into me that I was enjoying doing it. But that day I felt so bad because people are doing business with me, but they are talking about madam. And this, they have reminded me that I am driver. No more than that. And madam is boss. That is what I am perceived by all who are looking at me, waiting under a tree, passing time, reading newspaper or something like that. But carefully retrospecting over these, what happened, the three ladies reporting me, I came to know that what they said is true. I am driver after all. So they have to refer to madam, so I will give heed to what they say. So this is what happened. But we need to be aware of what is happening in ourselves to keep our self-esteem sustained. Otherwise, our self-esteem will be damaged very badly. So this is what I wanted to put across to you. Don't just go with your own perceptions. Ensure that you are perceived the same way by all others around you. Don't give any room for that. And there is no free lunch. Don't take anything granted. Put your foot strong and keep your self-esteem high. Now I am doing it. I am trying to ensure that I am doing little bit of my work, even though when I am waiting under a tree. So either attending business calls, working little time through my laptop or whatever. So you just you have to draw a big line so that your image will be perceived the way you want it to be perceived. Over to you, Toastmaster Adil.
That was Toastmaster Piriana delivering a speech titled Social Differences. Well done. Though he is doing the driver's job for his madam, people around him keep driving him crazy. That I could see. The next speaker on the speakers list today is Toastmaster Vivek, yet another founder, yet another go-getter, yet another man who always brings magic when he's on the bridge. And can you imagine he's going to be evaluated by yet another leader, yet another founder of a club? We all know Toastmasters, the very organization is called Toastmasters International, the man who really made Ambattur Achievers an international club. By connecting with us from a different country, a different part of the world, that's going to be Toastmaster Ramanujam, the evaluator of the second speech to be delivered by Toastmaster Vivek. Toastmaster Ramanujam, please be on the bridge, sir.
Thank you for the International Toastmaster Guna joining Ambattur after relocating back to Chennai. Today, our star speaker is going to present one of the most interesting project in the Toastmasters curriculum. We all know picture speaks a lot of stories. We know a picture can depict a message very easily than the words. So how do we go about using that pictures is what the speaker is going to speak. The speaker is doing the dynamic leadership part, project 3. In dynamic level 3, in level 3 there are 2 projects, one a mandatory project and then 2 elective projects. In that elective projects, there are various options given by Toastmasters International, and our speaker have chosen use of visual aids. So I, as an evaluator, would be looking how we seamlessly use the visual aids. How does the visual aids enhance his delivery of the speech? Timer, the time allotted is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best to the speaker and over to the Toastmasters International, truly Toastmaster of the day, Guna.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Ramanujam, the second evaluator. Titania Bells, Be the Change is the title of Toastmaster Vivek's speech today. Be the Change, Toastmaster Vivek Radhakrishnan. The stage is yours.
Be the change. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters,
Good
my
morning.
dear guests, and my evaluator in general. A warm good morning to you all. Be the change. So, when it comes to be the change, I have a few things to say. Let us all imagine a world which is only going to be filled with animals. Probably the world would look something like this. Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to introduce humans to the world. And the world is going to be looking like this. Nasty, garbage, piles and loads of garbage sinking every nook and corners of the world. We have not let even the deepest possible oceans clean. There too are filled with garbage. So who are we? Are we civilized? Do we call us humans the most civilized creature on this planet? I doubt. Do you all practice solid waste management system at your home? Is this the right time that we start doing this? I hope many of you are doing the solid waste management system at home, but those who are not doing, probably it could be the right time to start practicing it. So how do we justify all these things? You go around Chennai, take your bike, car, or cycle and go around Chennai. You can take hundreds and thousands of pictures similar to this. The cow is once and now even called the divine animal of the Indian mythology. We pray for it and we appreciate it for its goodness. But then when you see any garbage overflowing, we see a lot of cattle and cows grazing on it. Do we think we are doing the right justification to them? I took this picture a couple of months ago during my visit to Pondicherry. I saw this bird died on the beaches of Pondicherry, and it had in its stomach a pile load of garbage. You will not even imagine that it had also a cigarette lighter in its stomach, bottle caps, syringes, and whatnot. So, are we calling ourselves the most civilized organism in this world? The decision is yours. So, what is the reasons for the tons and tons of garbage that we generate these years? At least in the last few decades, there is a paradigm shift in the consumer shopping habits. Earlier, traditionally, probably our ancestor would do a shopping something on the streets where they only purchased what they needed. But today, when you go to a shopping center, you find many things which are not necessary, but we are still forced to buy. Many of these products are industrial products which are manufactured many months ago, stored in an unsustainable manner in plastic covers and plastic containers so that it has a greater shelf life period. So all this is one of the cause of garbage accumulation. And the other reason is unsustainable manufacturing processes. We tend to put a lot of plastic and non-degradable material in packaging. We want to improve the shelf life. We want to preserve the processed food for a longer period of time. That is one reason of the increase in the tons of garbage generation. The final reason that I find is the rapid urbanization, the economic growth, the ability for us to buy, and the most important thing is that we are irresponsible, and our behavior is one of the major source for the waste generation. I have a graph here which shows the amount of garbage that is being generated by a person in a day around the globe. For example, if you take North America, particularly the United States and Canada, their waste generation is more than 1.5 kg per day. When it comes to Asian countries, of course, the generation is far less. It's up to a kg of waste we generate. But when it comes to the population size of India, of course, the quantum of waste that we generate is very higher. It is the right time that we look on to see a way of sustainably managing our waste. The West, though produce a large amount of waste, but they have a mechanism to manage their solid waste management system because their population is comparatively less when it compared to Asian countries. So what are the consequences of improper solid waste management? When I was talking to my daughter, she asked me, what is the problem? We throw garbage, nothing is going to happen. We see piles and piles of garbage lying around, but what does it cause? It has a serious consequence that we literally don't understand. On the micro level, there is an ecological imbalance. Which leads to global warming. When I talk about ecological imbalance, when we pile garbage in landfills, there is a generation of carbon dioxide, which is a greenhouse gas, which leads to global warming. And the second micro level consequence is the lack of biodiversity. It leads to killing of many insects, animals and birds, which in turn affects the health of the planet. A planet needs a biodiversified system. And of course, the spread of contagious diseases in the micro level and in the macro level, which leads to pandemic and epidemics. How the other main thing that I see in the micro level is land and water, air pollution. And in overall, in the macro level, it leads to land degradation and it affects the food quality. And you all would have witnessed the amount of inundation of water during the cyclones that we had a few years ago in Chennai. The main cause is the micro level problem where the drain waterways were all packed and jammed by improper solid waste management. We found tons and tons of plastic covers, bottles, which block the flow of water. When it comes to landfills, when the plastic or other garbages are spread around on the land, it does not provide a source for percolation of water into the soil. When the soil does not percolate water, it leads to soil erosion. When soil erosion happens on the micro level, on the macro level, it leads to drought. In drought during the summer season and famine, there is a shortage of food production. Ultimately, when you do not have a proper solid waste management system, it threatens the very existence of the only livable planet that we have in this universe, Earth. And of course, we all know that Mother Earth has been evolved for millions and millions of years now. It is very well known that the Mother Earth very well knows how to tackle human menace. One earthquake and one tsunami could wipe us all out. What each one of us can do or walk in the park, small kind of a solution that we can do to mitigate this problem. On the micro level, let us all learn to have a sustainable life. It does not cost you much to carry your own cloth bag whenever you go shopping. Whenever you go shopping on the micro level, if you carry a cloth bag on the macro level, you can also start seeing on buying more products which are locally made and locally sourced and reduce your dependency on supermarkets. Try segregating your waste at home on the micro level. Try composting and rotting of your vegetable waste and food waste. This contains almost 70 to 80% of the waste that we generate from our towns and cities. When the biological waste or the rotting waste is mixed with plastic, it becomes very difficult for segregation on the corporation side. On the macro level, try setting up terrace gardens, learn to farm like our Sergeant at Arms Selvaraj does. Learn farming, grow your own food. It helps you to control garbage generation. Wherever you go, carry your own home cooked food, carry a bottle of water. This helps you to reduce your dependency on water bottles. And whenever you travel next time, you just keep an account of the amount of food, means the amount of waste that you generate when you are served food on your next airplane journey. The next concept I would like you all to try is seed balls and seed disposal. My wife practiced this for a couple of years now. She collects all the mango seeds and she makes a football, means a seed ball out of it. She deposits mud around these seeds. And whenever she goes out or whenever we go on a trip to Pondicherry, she keeps throwing all these seeds wherever there is empty land. This is a kind of seed disposal where the seed gets an opportunity to grow and turn into a tree. There is a concept on the macro level called the Milwaukee forest method in urban areas. It's a kind of a process where they plant multiple species of trees closer to each other so that over a period of time, it becomes an ecological system of its own. And of course, on the micro level, you can practice the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, and recycle. On the macro level, you can also refuse buying things which are not required for you. Here you see a small Milwaukee forest, and the 4 R's, the fourth R that has been recently added is the rotting. It's nothing but composting. If you follow all these 4 R's together, you would probably make this world a better place to live. So what we offer to the future generations by sustainable living? We give them a cleaner, a greener planet, a well-balanced opportunity, balanced ecosystem, opportunity for every organism to thrive. Let us not think about ourselves. Let us think about Guna's grandchildren who are living in the US and their grandchildren. Anjaneya Shastri's son has recently got married. His sons and his grandchildren should all inherit a world or a earth that our forefathers inherited. A greener, a cleaner, and a neater environment would give them an opportunity to live peacefully, sustainably, and healthily. So, what are we waiting for? Let us all be the change that you want to see in this world. Try practicing solid waste management system. It will help many generations in the future to live more happily, more sustainably. And it is our responsibility that we hand over a earth or a planet that what our forefathers inherited. Will you not practice this at your home, Toastmaster Guna?
Yes, sure.
I think you're on mute, Guna sir.
That was Be the Change by our Toastmaster Vivek, with the father of the nation appearing at the fag end of his speech. The next speaker is an icebreaker speaker. This is the beauty of Toastmasters. Believe me, you have Atlas, you have Goliath, you have Alexanders, you have great speakers, and then there comes an icebreaker speaker in between, pitched against these kind of mammoth champions. But that is the beauty. That is where we get used to tough competitions, isn't it? That will not. No way it will stop anybody from competing. The next speaker is our own Madam Toastmaster Sunita, trying her hand out on the first speech of her lifetime in that journey of Toastmasters. And a couple of seasons back, a gentleman walks into our club. And then he comes with a pile of books on his table. And all his speeches, he quotes books, he quotes authors, and then he even proves it by showing that books are, this is what I'm reading now, this is what I'm going to read, books are my good friends, blah, blah, blah. And with a very unique voice, a unique pronunciation style, and a unique sincerity. That is Toastmaster Vinayaga Murthy. He is going to be the evaluator for the icebreaker speech of Madam Toastmaster Sunita. Toastmaster Vinayaga Murthy, are you ready?
Yes. Good morning, T.M. Modi, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Thank you for a warm introduction, T.M. Modi. And my speaker has the following project details. Speaker is going to do the pathway dynamic leadership, level 1, project 1, icebreaker speech. And the title is What is in a Genter? Timer, please note, being it is an icebreaker speech, the time 4 to 6 minutes, 4 at green and 5 at yellow and 6 at green, red, sorry. The purpose of the icebreaker speech is to introduce the speaker to the club and learn the basic structure of public speech. The speaker can deliver the speech about any topic to introduce themselves to the club, and the speaker's speech may be humorous and informational or any other styles that appeals to them. All the best to my speaker. Back to TM Modi.
Thank you, evaluator, Toastmaster Vinayaga Murthy. Do you see the flow here? The very session started out with social differences, and then comes social responsibility. And here is a Madam Toastmaster coming out roaring with the title, What's an Agenda? Let's all welcome this icebreaker speaker,
Thank you.
Madam
Thank you.
Toastmaster. The floor is open for you. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning, my fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I joined the club during the month of March. It's hardly 3 months. But whenever I join the club meetings, I always feel I'm chit-chatting with my friends. I always feel I know every one of you since a long time. So this is a positive and friendly atmosphere I can feel every time I attend our meetings in our club. So today I'm going to give my ice-breaking speech. I would like to take this opportunity to introduce myself to every one of you. Like most of you already know, I am Sunita. I'm working in SBI as a manager for the last 13 years. And I have two sisters, younger sisters. One is chartered accountant, another one is beautician. And coming to my family life, my husband, he's working in Dalmia Cements Company Limited, and we have very cute and naughty daughter of 8 years old, and she is in third standard in Velamal school. Now, coming back to my childhood, uh, I belongs to very middle class family. I want to share one of my experience which affects me both positive and negative way throughout my life. So like most of the middle class parents, like my parents also wants to have a boy, wants always desires to have a son, but to their great disappointment they're having three daughters one after the other. So my parents financial status didn't allow them to take the fourth chance, so they stopped with three. But the story begins here. Whenever we go as a family to any family function or any family gatherings, and the only one questions my parents always bombarded with. Any guesses? What is that question? That is very simple and general question. Uh, that is, how many kids you have? Then my parents reply, we have three daughters. But then the shock comes. They open their mouth with a shock. Three daughters. It's very difficult to raise three daughters. The goddess must be crazy. He would have given at least one son. Whatever you do and however you do with your daughters, they are all get married and they'll go away, living alone in your olden days. And some people they also say, you people may have some big sin in your last birth. That is why God has given three daughters to you. So these are the comments I'm continuously listen in my childhood. But as a child, I didn't understand what is the great deal in that. Is that really a big sin to have all the three daughters? I didn't understand. But after some years, after attaining some maturity, I came to understand why there is a discrimination. Number one, the sons means they can help the family, they can support the family financially throughout their life, and they can the family the parents can also they can also be with their son happily even after marriage, and the most importantly the son then carry their surname to the next generations. So that those are the concerns. So then on that day I decided, as a girl I have to do, I should be able to do all the things to my parents what a son can do. And I know the education is the only weapon to the middle class family to chase their dreams. So from that day onwards I completely concentrate on my studies. I cracked so many competitive exams, and I worked as a government teacher for 3 years in a government school. After that, I resigned the job and joined as a PO in SBI. Now I'm in such a financial status, I can help my parents even after my marriage. I can support them. And my sisters also, they also settled well. Now, you know what the people say by seeing my parents. Hey, you're so lucky. You got three daughters. They're taking care of you so well. And actually, nowadays, it is better to have the daughters than sons. So by listening to this, I can see the big smile on my parents' face. So, friends, what I learned my experience is we should not let others to describe or decide our destiny. We don't know. It is not in our hands why we born, where we born, and how we born. But it is always in our hands how we live. So with this, I want to conclude my speech and thank you for patience listening and thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you. Over to TMOD.
The beauty of an icebreaker is always um, it, it gets connected to a very famous saying: "A job well begun is half done." Madam Toastmaster, there's a great beginning, and your goal in Toastmasters to go up to many more heights is almost half done. Thank you so much. And that's all about our prepared speakers. Timer, can I take your help to see who are the qualified speakers for voting? All the speakers are qualified, I know. But for the voting process, I would like to know, or we would like to know, whether all of them are qualified. Mr. Timer, please.
Only one person only qualified. TM Periana only qualified. Other two speakers are disqualified.
Based on timing?
Yeah, based on timing. Yeah. TM Periana is 6 minutes 20 seconds.
Okay.
TM Vivek is 11 minutes 48 seconds. Sunita
Okay.
is 6 minutes 15 seconds. So
how many? Okay.
only one person only qualified. TM Periana.
Is it, you said about Madam Toastmaster Sunita, 6 minutes and 15 seconds?
No, 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
Okay. Okay. All right. When it comes to voting, we will take a common decision on the common consensus. Thank you so much, Timer. Thank you so much.
Okay.
We have an open slot, a 1 minute slot for a joke master. Any volunteers, please, who can come and tickle us for a minute? Anyone on board to crack a joke for a minute or two? I warn you, if you are not no takers, I'll take it up. Okay, okay, then I'll give you some time. If somebody can try and get out with a joke, we'll probably use that slot at the end. All right, and now it's time to go for the most interesting segment of every Toastmasters meeting. When Anand Kumar called me in the morning, I was, believe me, shell-shocked, heartbroken and all that. And then I remembered the message from our Toastmaster Shruti from Wordsmith. Yesterday, she said, she had that wisdom to ask us, is there any role which I can take? Immediately, we connected and here she is. You know, every occasion that she had come to our club, she comes and then she conquers. That's been the practice in all the competitions at the club level. And today she's going to conquer all our love and wisdom with her TT Masters session. Over to Toastmaster Sunita, the table topics master. Please go ahead.
Good morning, all, and thank you so much, Toastmaster Guna, for the kind introduction. As we all know, the most happiest person attending any Toastmasters meeting is the table topic master. Because earlier, when we used to have the in-person meeting, we definitely would have either one or two regular members who are not any role players or speakers. But today, in every club that there are only 30 to 35 members, almost every role player and every speaker gets a chance to be a TT speaker as well. So I'm quite excited to make you all be a little nervous, but at the same time, I can ensure that you're given a very easy topic, a topic that you can actually think on and speak on easily, and I'm there to help you. So first, let me start with telling you what a TD session is. This is an impromptu speaking session where I, as the table topic master, will give you one topic and you can take 5 to 10 seconds to just think of the topic and you need to speak on the topic for 1 to 2 minutes. Time up, please note that at 1 minute, you'll be showing the green card. So every speaker who is on screen going to take up any topic will speak for a minimum of 1 minute. You can take your own time, think, and then speak for a minimum of 1 minute. At 1 minute 30th second, the timer will show the yellow card. And when it is 2 minutes, the timer will show red card. After which, every speaker will be given a grace period of 30 seconds. But beyond 2 minutes 30 seconds, the speaker will be disqualified. So kindly wrap up your speech within 1 minute and 2 minutes 30 seconds. So the first speaker is, I've actually noted down our guest for today, but now since the guest is not here, let me start with a Toastmaster who isn't a role player today, and he is also from Wordsmith. Toastmaster Armugam. Hi, sir.
Yes, I.
Yes. So all my topics are in line with the theme today. So the topic for you is share with us one of your moments in life when you felt real high. High in the sense in terms of achievement, happiness, when you succeeded or when you achieved something you really have been waiting for a long time. Let me repeat the topic. Share with us one of your moments in life when you felt real high.
Okay. Thank you, TT Master. I'm sharing my happy moment happened yesterday. Actually, I'm waiting for the breakthrough for next level elevation in my internal department. That is almost through because I'm the organization almost more than 17 years and my performance consistently with the help of seniors and team members, we made an highest score, highest performance. The last 6 months from March onwards, my department committed to me elevation for next level role. And I also waited. And meanwhile, the lockdown has came and everything has, whatever the plan, everything is collapsed. That the management said, no, it is not required to additional. And my bosses committed, no, it's still we are waiting for that. We will send to my head office approval, FinCon approval, everything. That elevation is not in Chennai, it is in other state. That I thought maybe it is the same department. I also thought maybe it is a chance to elevate it, be a progress in my professional career. Finally, last 4 days back, I got another department, another product. That last 4 days, I didn't sleep because that offer is entirely different product, new to this product, but have a banking experience, I can handle easily. But getting that breakthrough, then another department offer, very, very tough. I have to interact with all seniors, attending 4 or 5 interviews, interacting with group head business managers, taking help from top seniors in the banking and everything. Finally, fighting with our internal department, they are not allowing me because I'm the one of the seasoned senior in the team. They are not allowing me. Finally, yesterday afternoon, I got transfer letter from HR. And seriously, I thought maybe because one thing is the same Chennai. That is the main thing I have taken that offer. Same department, same bank only, but it's a different product. Finally, I got transfer letter yesterday. That is the exact moment in last 24 hours was happened. Thank you, TT Master. Just sharing that.
That was a wonderful speech and congratulations on your victory and on your new role. I think this topic was very apt for you because recently you've had this high moment in your life. That was wonderful. So let's move on to our second speaker. I would like to call Toastmaster Anjanaya Shastri. Sir, you're not audible. Okay, sir. You can take time and get the your audio fixed. So before that, let me have one more speaker. Yes. Okay, so can I call Toastmaster Ramanujam, DTM Ramanujam? Yes. So the topic for you is perseverance is the only road to success. Perseverance is the only road to success, DTM Ramanujam.
Thank you, table topic master. Your perseverance in putting me into the trouble has been your success today. When I take back the journey of this Ambattur Achievers Toastmasters Club, definitely it is one of the perseverance that the 20 members took it and charter. When the idea was put in to start a club, we were finding difficult in finding the members. So I roped in my school juniors, school seniors, and everybody. We started with the demo meetings in a great start. Then there was a dip again. So myself and Periana was figuring out how to go about and everything. So by God willing, with demo meetings and with help of senior Toastmasters giving educational session week on week, we were able to find around 18, 19 members. But that one member was the most difficult thing for us to get it cracked, that the coveted Ambattur Achievers Toastmasters Club. So you will not believe, we went through various ideas. At that time, we wrote to Toastmasters International. Since I was also a part of Wordsmiths, Periana also parts of Wordsmiths. We got a historic roster from Wordsmiths. We filtered who are staying in Ambattur, and on that filtering, we found that 20th member who has been one of the most strongest pillar and the gem of the Ambattur Achievers Toastmasters Club. He may be the 20th member, but he has been one of the most vital member for us because of his commitment and his proactiveness. We were able to start the Ambattur Achievers Toastmasters Club. If that perseverance we didn't have, if that perseverance of the 19 members was not there, if that perseverance of 20th member was not there, definitely you would not pulling me in today as a table topic speaker. And the 20th member is none other than Toastmaster Vivek Radhakrishnan. We found him through the charter from the membership roster that he stayed in number 2. Then Periana just linked with him, and then everything wondered. So if you want to try something, perceive, go out of the way, try out of box thinking, definitely there is an answer, there is a result, there is a success for anything that you do 100% with true art. And that perseverance has brought us to Ambattur Achievers Toastmasters Club. Thank you for all the members and to the mentors and senior leaders. I think your mission is successful, table topic master. Over to you.
That was truly inspiring. I'm having goose flesh here. And also it put me in a state of nostalgia. Wonderful speech. The next speaker, can I have Toastmaster Dharma?
Mine is working. Yeah, after Dharma.
Yes, great. Okay, so let's go with Toastmaster Anjaneyar Sastry. So all of us have ups and downs in our life. Throughout this entire time, you would have had many actually. But there is always this one person who never gives up and has always stood beside you. Each of us have that one person in our story. So in your life, who's that one person? And take this opportunity to speak about them and how they have helped you and always been beside you.
Thank you, Sudeep. That's a really great moment to remember the person due to whom I am standing before all of you. That's none other than my mother. My mother was not educated. She was almost illiterate, and she was. My father also was a farmer, but my mother was helping each and every one of us by giving the required emotional support and encouraging all of us to study and then work hard so that we don't need to do the physical strain of working as in the fields, making our hands dirty. There's no need. There is a point. It has come that we were in losses, and my mother did not hesitate to sell her only gold chain, which was kind of Mangal Sutra, and she sold it and funded our education. So that is the reason today we are able to stand here among the elite people of Chennai here and able to speak. And there are many instances where she has put herself back than and the interest of family before. And it is not important that I should my interest or my selfish interest is not important. It is the children, it is the family that should grow beyond, and I can definitely take those hits from my side. And there are several instances she has slept without meal, sharing that same with all others. So today, it's a tribute to my mother, and I really thank her very much wherever she is. She's in the higher regions, and as a elder son, I have done my duty. Today, I have no regrets. I have taken care of her in her evening of her life, and thank you so much.
That was a great speech and it got me emotional. So thank you so much. And next speaker, we have a volunteer, Toastmaster Vinayakamurthy. Yes. Would you want to unmute yourself, sir? Okay. So as already stated, and as the theme goes, we have ups and downs in life. But after a low point in life, we succeed, and it takes a lot of effort. Share with us one of that moment when you hit a low and then you had a real high. And what was that one key thing that pushed you, that kept you dedicated and kept you on the right track? What was that one key thing that has driven you to achieve that kind of high after some kind of low or a fall down? Toastmaster Vinayak Murthy. Yes.
Thank you, TTM, for giving such a wonderful topic. It is all-time relevant topic with our TMOD theme and word of the day, perseverance. So the same perseverance I already undergone through resilience. So 3 years before, I was working with the organization Watson Morley India Private Limited. So in that organization, they told that there is a one application product training program in USA. So already I had a passport. Then I started applying. All three people were selected for the training. One is from Mumbai, another one is from Delhi, and one more me from Chennai. Then all three applied at a time, and everyone attended different interview in the US Embassy in Delhi, Mumbai, and Chennai. When we three attended, then one person in Mumbai got failed. He has not passed through the interview. It is not like a already other country interview, you know very well, many people. So there is a biometric and there is a physical interview. After that only they will give the visa. That visa also, why strict is, it's a 10-year visa. We can go anytime for 10-year tenure. So that time I attended a first interview, then I got failed because I was so much curious. In my entire family, I'm the first person will be flying to the USA. I was very curious, and in that also there was competition in our organization. Many people were started complaining my boss. So if you have selected me, I would have got the visa, because the main concern is the time limit. Only 60 days was there for the training in USA. Then I got failed. I'm totally upset because 12,000 rupees I spent 3 times visited Chennai US Embassy. Then my boss told it till, okay, Vinayaka, don't worry, you attempt one more time. Then that time what happened? I prepared very well. So that time I didn't join Toastmaster. Otherwise, I would have cleared in the first attempt itself. Because you know that person must be sure, like that. I was unable to understand. I gave simple answer. What is your name? Vinayaka. I didn't tell that I am Vinayaka Murthy. Where are you coming from? Tiruvallur. but actually the answer should be I am coming from Tiruvallur as a statement. Then I learned many things from who cleared the interview and got the visa from Delhi person, and practice like this in Toastmaster. Then I again applied, again paid 12,000 rupees. My boss allowed it. Then I paid, I attempted. Then finally I got the visa. So this is what I had experience, and I got high resilience in my incident. Back to TTM.
A great speech, and the perseverance has been your key, and we could really picture it with your excitement that you showed in your speech. So can I have, do we have time for one more speaker? Timer? Okay, great. So one more speaker we can go with. Any volunteers?
Dharma.
Dharma, yes, Toastmaster Dharma, hidden behind the video, not switching on. Toastmaster Dharma, are you there? Okay, we are not receiving any response. Would anybody else like to volunteer? Dharma sir, you're not audible. So can we have any other volunteer? Nobody? Okay, Inky Pinky. Okay, Selvaraj sir. Yes, Toastmaster Selvaraj. So your topic is managing emotions at these high pitch points is very important. How we react and how we respond to the win or to the failure that we have attained. How did you feel when you reached the most happiest moment, or when you really succeeded, when you really achieved something you have been long waiting for? When you achieved that success and you gained that happiness, how did you react? What was your response? Share with us an instance. Toastmaster Selvaraj.
Once again, good morning, my dear fellow Toastmasters and guests. Thank you for wonderful table topic. My emotions is the inner feeling. Yeah. Failures are stepping stones for success. I have studied in the Tamil medium till my post-graduation. Though I am very good in Tamil literature, but my intention is to improve my English language. My school and college studies are not helped me to speak in English. Because of my continuous efforts, I improved my language. As a idiom says, kill two birds with one stone. Likewise, I have joined Toastmasters Club during October 2019 to improve my public speaking skills and to improve my English knowledge level. If you want to say in Tamil, Ore Kalula Rendu Manga. That also one of the happiest moment. I can say a lot of the happiest moments in my life, but I can say now this is one of the happiest moments. There are a lot of happiest moments. I have succeeded a job. First, initially, I have appointed in a police department. I have served 13 years of service in that police department. After continuous efforts, I have written a lot of examinations in railways through departmental examination. Then I got succeeded. I have passed my examination as a secretary during the year 2000. I have passed my examination. Now I'm working as a secretary. There, I can say a lot of moments, happiest moments I can share with you, but because of lack of time, back to you, TT Master. Thank you.
Those were wonderful few instances from your life. Great speech. I thoroughly enjoyed all of your speeches today. As one of the quotes says, great speeches come from authenticity. So all of you have shared your personal story, which have really inspired me today. Thank you all, because everyone has had a smooth flow throughout your speech, which was really perfect. So which means you're all working hard and you're pursuing every meeting to do better the next time. Thank you so much for the opportunity, and over to the Toastmaster of the day.
All right, TT Master, TM Shruti, we are not going to leave you that easily. You have the list of the speakers right in front of you, right? So please mention the first speaker's name and then call for volunteers who can come and evaluate the table topic speech of the first speaker for a minute. Pluses and minuses and recommendations. 1 minute. You may please go ahead.
Okay, the first speaker was Toastmaster Arumugam, and his topic was to share with us one of his moments in life when he had a real high happiness moment. So to evaluate him, can I request Toastmaster Vivek?
Yes,
Good.
Toastmaster Arumugam, it was a wonderful speech. Of course, we thoroughly enjoyed it. But according to me, when the movement...
They're not audible. Sorry.
Hello, good morning, everyone, and thanks for giving me an opportunity to evaluate the Toastmaster Arumugam. A wonderful speech about his experience in his career and the changes that he's undergoing. Career is part and parcel of our life, but I thought if something would have come from his personal life, it would be more touching. Whenever a person talks about personal life, we get more connected, and your personal achievements would be far appreciated than professional life. That is one of my my input to you, and thank you for the opportunity, Toastmaster.
Okay, well, thank you, Toastmaster Vivek. Our second speaker, DTM Ramanujam, and his topic was Perseverance is the only road to success. And to evaluate him, may I request Toastmaster, Idiom Master Balaji, Toastmaster Balaji.
Actually, he is my mentor. It is good, like I got to evaluate this speech. Thank you, TT Master. From hearing from Ramanujam, TM Ramanujam speech, actually, I have joined a Toastmaster 8 months back. I joined easily. I got a good reference. I spoke with the Dharma and I joined. After 7 months only, I have done my icebreaker speech, which I took like easily and which I've done late. As like today, Sunita has done in 3 months, but I took for more than 6 months to do a icebreaker speech. Before joining, after hearing a speech, I come to know how hard they have worked and planned to start this club and how seriously they worked for starting this. But for me, it is like easily I have communicated and I have joined here. Really hearing a speech, I should take this club as a serious, and I want to develop my speech and after hearing this, I want to develop my speech and communication. Thank you. Over to TT.
Thank you. So, well, I would want to request the evaluators to give this one feedback of 2 commendations where they really did well, and 1 feedback where they could still do better. So try to give those 3 points as well. Next, to evaluate our third speaker, Toastmaster Anjanaya Shastri. His topic was being a helping hand. In those moments of low points and high points, we always have at least this one person who is always stood with us. So we wanted the speaker to share that who that one person for him is. So to evaluate his speech, can I invite Toastmaster Shankar, our timer for today?
Morning once again. The table topic speaker, TM ASK sir, speak about her mother. So, actually, he speaks about her mother, how she was like that, what a kind person. She used to help to everyone, and also she is from village side, but she is not studied. Even though she is a kind person like that, he was kind of his mother. He speaks very well about everything. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Shankar. Well, our fourth speaker was a volunteer, the only volunteer for today. His topic was, what is the key to achieve or even greater success after a low point? And the speaker was Toastmaster Vinayagamurthy. To evaluate him, may I request our grammarian, not grammarian, grammarian for today, Toastmaster Senthil.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shruti. My target speaker, Vinayagamurthy, picked up a very practical subject, very practical instance wherein he wanted to use opportunity and to go to US. I think for most of the middle class men, or for most of the middle class people, or non-IT people, traveling to US is a dream. So the topic that he picked up, I think he connected to all of us, and he put it in a very practical manner. How he was entertaining the interviews, and he also put it in a very humorous manner. I think we all got very much connected, and in fact, my role was to look for the good usage of words, but I really lost myself, and I started following his story and following his what happened to his story. So he was very, very nicely delivering his comment. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for the powerful commendations. Thank you, Toastmaster Sendil. Well, our last speaker for today was Toastmaster Selvaraj, who spoke on the topic on handling his emotions at his highest point and happiest moments in life. To evaluate his speech, may I request our very own father of the club, Toastmaster Periyanasamy, to evaluate his table topic speech.
Morning all again, once again. And Selvaraj sir, as usual, he rocked trying the topic, and it was nice listening to him. As of recommendations, I could say none at present. So I just enjoyed the topic. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, sir. So I felt like we did not have just one table topic session, but actually two table topic session. I think the second one was most exciting of both. So this is wonderful. Maybe we should try it in our club as well, right? Armugam sir would agree with me, I guess. So thank you all for this wonderful second opportunity, and over to the Toastmaster of the day.
And just to add to that, it also reminds us we have to be very attentive in our in the speeches so that we can able to provide the feedback.
Yes, that was one true point. Yeah. Over to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shruti. That was rocking. And then, the biggest table topic actually today was given to you when you were forced to continue, and you did it in style. And probably this particular attempt is being made after a long time. I won't say it was the first time, but then after a long time, possibly a few more, a bit of homework from the organizer's side, a bit of a proper feedback in the very beginning. Like you said in the beginning, in somewhere in the middle, you need to see or hear to one commendation and then at least one recommendation, kind of. And then, like the other person said, yes, all the 2 hours, as long as you are on the bridge, your 100% rapt attention is required. In some clubs, there is somebody called what do you call him? He asks questions and then gives you chocolates.
Heart master.
Yeah. So they come with the questions. So you are forced to listen to. But a good attempt. Thank you so much, everyone. Okay. Now we come to the joke session again. I think Toastmaster Ramanujan is on the screen. Sir, how about a joke, Toastmaster Ramanujan?
That is the biggest joke, sir.
Okay, something happened, very hot joke. Joke is not hot, but the incident. Yesterday, my second grandson, 6 years old, he's asking me, Tata, all the birds were asked to line up. There were 3 lines in the park. A row, B row, and C row. All the birds in the park were asked to select their rows. And there was one species of a bird, all the complete species selected the C row. Why and what is that bird? He never allowed me to even think. Tata, you don't know, I know that. I will tell you, it is crow, because C row. All the crows, all the crows go to the C row. I asked him, where did you study? Where did you read? Who told you? He said, oh no, this is a problem with you, Tata. You don't believe me. I created it. Yesterday when I saw a crow and mommy was teaching me the spelling of the word crow, C row. I created it. I said, I believe you, Baba. Thank you so much. Now, Ramanujam, I'm sure a joke has already surfaced in your head. Please go ahead.
Once upon a time, a doctor and lawyer went to a party.
Okay.
So when they saw the doctor, many people were coming and asking about the free advice for ailment, some medical problems, health issues, and everything. The doctor answered very patiently and was so exasperated, tired, okay, after 1 hour of giving free advice. Then he asked his friend, the lawyer, that in a typical situation like this, what do you do? The lawyer simply replied that I give advice, but later I send a bill to them. Like that, the lawyer has told. So the next time, the doctor tried implementing that idea with a sense of guilt because, as a doctor, they don't charge free advice for money. But since his lawyer has told, he tried it. So he wanted to put it into the post box of that patients. So that day he went to check his post box and he found the bill of lawyer to him that I gave you a free advice. So this is the bill. So this is what just I got it now. Over to you, Guna.
This is a Kadi joke, sir. Can I say, Guna, sir? Can I say Kadi joke? I will ask all of you. கல்யாண வீட்டுல வாழை மரத்தை கட்டுறாங்க எதுக்கு? கல்யாண வீட்டுல வாழை மரத்தை கட்டுறாங்க எதுக்கு?
Guna, you're in mute. Guna, you're in mute.
வாழை மரத்தை கல்யாண வீட்டுல கட்டலன்னா கீழே விழுந்துரும்.
Correct. You are right. அது கட்டல நிக்காது.
கட்டலன்னா நிக்காது. Thank you. Let me now request our GE to come on to the stage. General Evaluator, Toastmaster Jnanam. I don't find him on the bridge. In fact, I remember he was mentioning that one more meeting with that court people is happening, sir. Please take care. He's not there. Okay, good. It's time for the evaluators to come on stage. So the first evaluator, Toastmaster ASK. Are you ready, sir, to evaluate the first speech of the day by Toastmaster Periyanna? Toastmaster ASK, your evaluation, please.
Yeah, thank you so much. Toastmaster Periyanna delivered his speech on social equality. So let me analyze the speech in how it is organized. So the speech was, it had a hook, like he started asking, how many of you are eligible bachelors? So suddenly people like DTM Ramanujam jumped in and showed their province. And then he also explained about what is the difference between the Indian tradition and the European tradition, like how we select, like there is a socio-economic and academic parity we take. I mean, we don't consider, we at par, we will try to marriage. And his own experience as a driver or helping his wife was very beautifully explained as the body.
he had three points. One is three different instances where other people, how they were they were taken him as a driver and asked embarrassing questions, and how one has to protect their self-esteem is very well done, and there was a message as well. So let me what I suggest is this is a general general purpose is it's a humorous speech. There is a humor content in it because it's a self-deprecating. He's trying to show himself low. At the same time, doing a very humble job of he's doing the duty of a husband. And then there is a specific purpose, like you need to do a proper perception management. Otherwise, the people around may take you as granted, and they may treat you as driver, and they don't give you respect. That is a very powerful message that has come out. So what I suggest is a few recommendations. I mean, see, initially he has given how do you select like social, economic, and academic par. That's one thing, and the same thing can be connected towards the end, and the organization can be further improved. Like in the body, the first instance is like this: I was facing embarrassment at this place, like that. The body of the speech can be improved. Otherwise, it was really entertaining speech with a lot of humor, and I really enjoyed that, Periana. Thank you so much. Over to you, Timur. I will send you the evaluation by end of day.
Distinguished Toastmaster Ramanujan will be brought on the bridge now to evaluate Toastmaster Vivek's speech. Toastmaster Raman.
Today, our speaker gave about a very important message of solid waste management system. Let us go and see how the speaker has done with regard to that waste. Waste W, widespread, wide-ranging of visual aids being used. The project requires you to use the visual aids, and you have used different types of visual aid, pictures, table, graph. So there has been a widespread of that usage. Kudos to you. Second in the waste is A, which is the articulation. You used the picture and gave a lot of explanation to that picture. Though the picture depicts the meaning, but you also articulated very well in a manner that it goes well into the listeners, mainly me. Then in waste, yes, simple, structure, style. The pictures are very simple. It was not confusing. It was easy for us to know what you are going to get. Structure, where you introduce the picture of first what be the change, then you went on to what you want to tell, then you went on to tell the factors, you went on to give a solution. So there was a problem solving technique being used, so the structure was good. The style was also very simple, where the topic was relevant to everyone, mainly me in the audience. So this is in waste WAS. Next comes the deep transition. Here is what I would request the speaker to go little more and improve. Always as in speech, you are the hero, Vivek. A visual aids cannot take over you. I felt that in some of the things of a transition, you could have stopped sharing and you could have come and spoken, so that I would have been seeing you more, which would have given authenticity than seeing only the visual aids. Then the last thing is the effectiveness, E, in the waste. I felt that the project requires to use only 3 visual aids. You have gone more and used, but I felt that the table structure of the PPT that you did, it was not so effective, because you were reading the table and giving an examples. Instead, you could have avoided the table rather than just tell about what are the micro macro factors. Then that would have been effectively more, or some pictures, pick some 2-3 factors and do more pictures on that, then it would have been an effective one. Overall, it was a very good reuse of the visual aids. You recycle the transitions very well and hit the topic. If you could work on the transition and effectiveness, it would definitely be a cleaner presentation, well balanced presentation, and it would have given me an opportunity to drive that message and take home it very easily. Over to the acting general evaluators. Good.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Ramanujan. Toastmaster Vinayagamurthy, it's a privilege now to evaluate the icebreaker speech of Madam Toastmaster Sunita. I call it a privilege. I'll tell you why later. Toastmaster Vinayagamurthy.
Good morning, TMOD, fellow Toastmasters and guests again. First of all, I would like to congratulate the speaker, TM Sunita, for the ice-breaking pitch. Because yesterday I had a discussion with the speaker. So what is the purpose of your project and joining Toastmaster? She told that I just wanted to remove my fear, stage fear. So I could see here, there is no fear at all from your speech. That's what I observed as a listener. The main thing I observed is that the selected topic is ignited as a listener, me. I got a lot of curiosity. What is the difference in gender you are going to talking about? That curiosity got the title. When started the flow, your daughter was also with you. That time, everyone felt that we are in the family, and it got connected as a listener. While delivering the speech, I observed that the flow and the words and pronunciation, it was perfect. And the incident you have selected, that was really wonderful. And it's a real-time incident happened in your life. It is not happened somewhere in others' life or any other books, articles, or nothing. It's a real-time story. It was really impressed all the people. And the concept finally you brought out, that too educated and created awareness among the people. And especially I'm also from the not even middle class family, I am from poor family. I felt that I have one elder sister and a younger sister. I really felt and completely immersed in your concept. And while delivering the speech, eye contact was perfect. And the emotions when you started sharing that experience, my father used to get generally that question that how three daughters you are going to manage, they will move away. So that was really, you explained with perfect emotions and sentiments in your facial gestures, and it was amazing. And the speech you delivered was really so walk in your park. So you managed very well. And though there will be some scope for improvement, then the speaker used the word story that can be avoided as a public speaking norms. We can say instead of that experience, I come across one incident or I gone through the situation, like that we can avoid the word story in the speech. And if it is a standing position, that will be really great. And PPT is, I'm recommending as I'm in the sales department, I recommend PPT because many people can easily catch up and understand. And it will be useful when it goes to higher level public speaking like TED and TEDx. And little more gestures may be given with energetic during the starting 2 minutes. And very important is timing to be taken care. In the overall, it was outstanding peak. It's not icebreaker speech. It was a rock breaker speech. Very good emotions. Back to G.
Thank you. Thank you. Why I called this particular evaluator as a privileged evaluator, because evaluator for the icebreaker speech can really make or break the path of Toastmastering journey for that particular speaker. I think you really made it possible. May I request everyone on the bridge to unmute yourself and give one, you may not be standing applause, but one big applause, a round of applause to the icebreaker speaker today, Toastmaster Sunita.
Hey,
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Very well done. You have arrived, ma'am, and you are going to be ever here with us. All the very best.
Thank you so much.
Timer, are you ready, sir? Toastmaster timer. I have a request. Due to paucity of time, please give us the timing for the 6 PT speakers and the 3 evaluators quickly. Timer Toastmaster Shankar MD.
Prepared speech speakers I already.
Yeah. Only the TT speakers and the evaluators.
Yeah, TT speakers all are qualified for voting.
Great.
Evaluators also all are qualified for voting.
Wow. You made it still more faster and shorter. Thank you so much. Thank you. Our counter, Toastmaster Selvaraj.
Yes, sir. Once
Your
again,
report.
Good morning, my dear fellow Toastmasters.
Good morning.
The Toastmaster Periana has used but 4 times, so 6 times. Toastmaster Vivek has used and 7 times, and it is repeated well, but, so. Toastmaster Sunita has used 12 times, so 9 times, but 6 times, high 5 times, and 7 times. Toastmaster Harman has repeated words are and, but, that. Toastmaster Ramanujam has used so 8 times. Toastmaster ASK has used 15 times and 5 times. Toastmaster Vinayamurthy has used and 8 times. Toastmaster Balaji's repeated words are but. Toastmaster Sankar has used 8 times. Toastmaster Sendil has used 9 times. That's all my talk about the report. Over to General Evaluator. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, our counter, Toastmaster Selvaraj. One line for all the people on the bridge. Do not take our counter's report lightly. The number of times, it can all, when you closely listen to an R counter, that too, this kind of a serious R counter, it will definitely help us. All right. Grammarian, Toastmaster Grammarian, Toastmaster Sendil, please.
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Guna. So when it comes to the word of the day, I think the word of the day has gone well with the theme of the day. And the topics selected, the table topic selected by the table topic master was also gone very well connected. So most of us use the word of the day, Selvaraj, Toastmaster Selvaraj, Toastmaster Ramanujam, Toastmaster Shruti, Toastmaster Vinayagamurthy, Toastmaster ASK, all of them have used the word of the day. And I've not noted any bad usage of words. I found all of them, or most of them, use very good words in their communication. Just to say a few, Toastmaster Periana was referring to put your foot strong, retrospective, and Toastmaster Guna, every word of yours is a good word. Does magic when on the bridge, tighten your belts. Toastmaster Ramanujam using the words depict, and Toastmaster Vivek, it was more of a technical presentation, rot and famine, reduce, reuse, recycle, rotting. The fourth R is the new fourth R has come, inheritance, sustainability, lot of scientific words. Toastmaster Sunita, bombardment, destiny, very nice choice of words. Toastmaster Arumugam, breakthrough. Toastmaster Ramanujam, out of the box thinking. Toastmaster Shruti, nostalgia, authenticity. Toastmaster ASK brought in a new, at least for me, it was a new word. I quickly went to internet and searched what is that means. Self-deprecating. It was really a very nice word, which today ASK has introduced to all of us, probably, at least to me. I just understood what is self-deprecating. It's trying to make yourself or your abilities or your achievements seem less important. It's a nice word which combines all of these things in a single word. I really like that word, self-deprecating. Thank you, Toastmaster ASK, for introducing that word to us and to me. That's my report. Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity. And I just wanted to say one more thing about this role. I'm sure all the role players does their role neatly, and every role is a key role here. Particularly when it comes to grammarian role, we tend to search for the words, and during that research we get to develop a vocabulary. And when we also follow up the speeches, we follow by word, and through that process we try to learn new words. We try to pick up the words and write it here. All that goes to our mind. I think when we do this role of grammarian over the period of time, I think our vocabulary really improves, not only for grammarian, I think for all of us. So it's a very good, powerful role player, I think. Yeah, thank you for this opportunity today.
Thank you, grammarian. That was an in-depth report. All right, we'll go for the voting. Dharma, can you help us, please? The voting sheets for the prepared speakers. I think for the prepared speaker, I would like to get the concurrence from all on the bridge to include Toastmaster, the icebreaker, also into the race. What do you think? She was short of time. All right. Everybody says okay. All right. Okay. So she will appear on the voting slip, Dharma. Or if you are in the process of preparing the voting slips, may I request the president? Oh, okay, it's done. It's done already. Table topic speakers. Okay.
Dharma, please stop the poll and include prepared speeches poll as well.
Or there can be a separate prepared speech polling also, since we have almost completed this.
Two speakers have disqualified, so only one speaker only, so there's no voting for them.
No, that's what we were mentioning. We can include Madam Toastmaster Sunita into the race. Toastmaster Vivek may not be figuring in the list, but the other two, Toastmaster Periyanna and Madam Toastmaster Sunita. Can you make it? While you are making it, yeah. I know we are overboard. We are exceeding the time. It's going to be a challenge for our presiding officer, our president, to conclude the meeting. Toastmaster ASK, please come on to the stage.
Thank you so much, TMOD Toastmaster Guna. I mean, the way you conducted the session was, it was so effortless. It was like walking in the park. Everybody enjoyed the way it was done. And thank you so much for Shruti for handling the table topics, as well as the bonus part, which is the evaluation part also. So Shruti, would you like to share 30 seconds feedback?
Sure, thank you for the opportunity. Well, every time I start my speech here at Ambattur Toastmasters, I see great improvement. But there is a saying, what it's like, it's not what somebody does to you, it's more like how they make you feel. So every time I attend, I feel great about being here, inspired, I feel relaxed, rejuvenated. So that's the main thing that drives me back week after week. So thank you all so much. This was one wonderful meeting. Over to you.
Thank you
Over
so
to the president.
Yeah, thank you so much. Our counter report played by Toastmaster Selvaraj, will you be able to share the report with the secretary so that we will try to put in those minutes into the minutes so that it will be easy for us to track?
Oh, sure.
Thank you so much. Next week, I mean, guys, we are going to have officers training on 10th July, which is falling on the next week, and everybody has signed up, the club officers. and that will help us to gear up for the roles more. And what else? So who is interested to grab the coveted roles like the TMOD, general evaluators, speakers before they are sold out? This is when we are offering you now. If you come up, it will be given you quickly. For the members, can you please? Yes.
GE, general evaluator.
Yeah, somebody can note down.
I am doing.
Excellent, excellent. And who else? TMOD, who is interested?
I want Ramanujam to do
Ramanujam,
it.
yes.
Wow.
Ramanujam, TMOD. Awesome, awesome.
Long time.
Yes. And who want to speak? Deliver a speech? Shruti. Yes, thank you so much.
The meeting is the next Saturday, coming Sunday, right?
Sunday, yeah.
Same
Next,
time.
I am also interested.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, if I'm permitted to speak, as a Toastmaster of the day, my theme is there will be no role players, anything being fixed now. We will have a wheel play, whatever name comes there, to that person, that role they will need to do. Is that okay?
Perfect.
Yes,
great idea. On the spot role players selecting by the wheel.
Yes.
Very good.
Those who wanted to speak can give the name to our VPE. Okay. It can be 10 names or 11 names. From that, we will pick as per the wheel 3 names. And ensure that when you are giving your speech, you are giving your evaluation criteria also, so that the VPE can send it to the concerned evaluator who is being chosen at that time. This is just a try. So let's see how we are geared up for different roles. Over to VPE.
I have only one suggestion here. The project speakers we will select directly. Rest of all the roles, except TMOD and the project 3 speakers, the rest can be on the spot through the wheel. All right, sir.
Selvaraj sir, is that okay? Sorry, you have opted yourself for GE. I think we'll have Selvaraj sir as GE. The other roles alone, we will try it out.
GE, TMOD, 3 speech slots are frozen or will be frozen. Good. One of the speech slot Shruti has taken. Who are the other 2?
Joke master, idiom.
No. I'm talking about
Arumugam, sir.
Speakers,
Arumugam, yeah.
Sir, Arumugam, sir, already one slot is allotted to your club.
Okay.
So the other 2 slots will be taken by our club.
Okay, sir. No problem.
Okay, so we'll try it next week. Okay, 2 speakers from our club.
Myself, sir.
Yeah, okay.
Hey!
Sendil,
super.
and one more. Okay, we will reserve it. We will keep it open. All the other roles except GE, TMOD, and 3 speeches is going to be a real suspense breaking item for the next week. Great.
Ensure we have the attendance of all the members also to make it more
that we will
interesting.
ensure. We will tell them about the new system, and for fun, everyone will come in. Okay, right?
Thank you.
President sir, you may go up and conclude with whatever concluding remarks you have.
Yeah, Dharma, please let me know once the results are out. So till that time, anything else? Roles are sold out.
The result already shared with the TMOD, so in chat. So let me share with you as well.
Yes, TMOD, please go ahead. You can.
Okay, the best role player is yours faithfully, Guna. Thank you. And the best TT speaker, Vinayaga Murthy, Toastmaster Vinayaga Murthy.
Awesome.
The best tag player, the grammarian, Toastmaster Sendil. The best evaluator, it goes without saying, Toastmaster DTM Ramanujan. And the best speaker is yet to
Best
come.
speaker is, I would like to highlight here, 100% vote goes to Toastmasters Sunita.
Wow. Toastmaster Sunita, can you show up? Are you there on the bridge?
Yes, sir. Thank you. I'm so honored.
High five. High
It's really
five.
made my
Good job,
day.
good job. You deserve it, ma'am, and you will
Literally.
definitely go forward. You will deserve.
Thank you
deserve
so
it.
much, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Toastmaster Sunita, your second speech, you will pen it today only. And in the
Yes,
next
sir, sure.
1 week, you should complete it. Yeah.
Whoever
because we are
attended
on
today's
high
meet, whoever attended today's meeting, Sunita will help you in financing their housing loans and everything.
Yes, sir, sure.
Let her first help us out in using their ATM.
Okay. Great. Awesome.
Sunita ma'am, I would like to pull your legs. SBI used to stand for State Bank of India. Now it is SAT Bank of India. SAT. SAIT.
State Bank of India. Why is it so, sir?
Because you are charging from the 5th usage of the ATM. So you are like a SAT, the Rajasthani SAT.